Ronnie Radke is making claims that Nick Martin of Sleeping with Sirens is a PDF file. Is this true? What are the allegations, and can we trust what Ronnie Radke is spewing? Ladies, gentlemen, theys and thems, how can you do this to me today? What are you doing? Please explain to me how you look this good. Let's get right into the shit, all right? Ronnie Radke, not too long ago, called out a member of Crossfaith. His name is Dikey. I believe he was the guitarist for PDF activity, and rightfully so. He attached evidence. He called this guy out. Even the vocalist had some questionable chess moves there, and it was a very rare and uncommon Ronnie Radke W. And we actually have a quick update to that story. If you go ahead and here, you can pause it and read, but Crossfaith is now on an indefinite hiatus because of Dikey. R.I.P. Crossfaith, all right? Rest in piss. Now, not too long ago, Ronnie Radke posted this on his Instagram story. He tags Nick, again from Sleeping with Sirens. You sleeping with underage girls, Nick? Is that why you hide behind a pride flag now? Ronnie Radke then tweets out, they really gotta change their band name to Sleeping with Minors now. Someone replies, do you realize that if you're lying and if it's just another gossip like you did before Courtney LaPlante, I probably said her last name wrong by the way, sorry. You will be no different than people who constantly accusing you that you killed, abused, or R-worded someone. Think about it. Which is a really good point to bring up, alright? If this isn't true, you're not just as bad as people who claim these terrible things about you. I'd argue you'd be worse because you're not somebody with 10 followers on Instagram or Twitter or 10 YouTube subs. You are someone with a massive platform. He is the frontman of one of the biggest bands in the scene. With that being said, his tweets and Instagram posts and XYZ, they hold a lot of weight for a lot of people. But I got curious to see what rumors has he started about Courtney, and I looked into it, did some surface level research, because for some reason this slipped through my cracks. But apparently, the context is Spiritbox released a single quite some time ago, last March. It was called Softspine, and people are basically saying, oh, it's a hit piece on Ronnie. So Ronnie decided to tweet out, if Softspine is actually about me, I'll write a song about how she cheated on her husband with Tillian, which I'm assuming Tillian from Dance Gavin Dance, or formerly of Dance Gavin Dance. Now, I don't think Courtney responded to this, but where this beef stems from was Spiritbox was going to, I believe, open for Falling in Reverse, and they got a bunch of backlash on the internet. People were like, how can you do this? Ronnie's a bad guy, X, Y, and Z. So Spiritbox ended up dropping out of that tour because of this backlash. Then in classic Ronnie fashion, he caused a Twitter mess about the whole thing and being upset with Spiritbox, and hey, that's a whole nother story for another time. So he replied to the person that's saying that he would be like the people that spread misinformation about him, and then he replies, I'm not a random parasocial fan. I don't make shit up. If I'm tweeting it, it's true. So he's saying it with a lot of confidence. With that being said, out of curiosity, I decided to look up if there is any prior Ronnie Radke versus Sleeping with Sirens beef, and the only thing I can really find is this. Before moving forward, I have to ask, do you like gaming? Because I know you like cool music. If you do, link in description, join the Discord. It's filled with people like you and I who are into cool music and gaming. We just played Among Us as a community last night. Fun as fuck. We're gonna do movie night next Monday. Slide through. It's a good time. Looks like Kellen Quinn got some Botox or some form of plastic surgery, body modification, whatever it is. So Ronnie Radke put on a story, Kellen Quinn looks fucking insane. 0 out of 10, do not do this. And then compared him to whatever this is. Kellen Quinn, don't do this, man. Then I'm pretty sure this is like the Mac Tonight or whatever the fuck it is. Kellen Quinn looks fucking insane. And just basically bashing him, roasting him for getting this Botox. I don't know what it is exactly. I think that's what it is. And I'm unsure where this screenshot is from, what set this is from, but I guess it's irrelevant. What is relevant is, yes, there is a history of him talking shit about members of this band. Now, after the PDF file accusation, I decided to look around the internet to see if there's any allegations against Nick Martin, and I found two things. The first thing is this statement by Brandy Bay, who is an ex-partner of Nick's. Now, this is an Instagram post she made last October. You can pause to read these slides yourself, But what she's saying is, despite Nick being married, they were dating for a good chunk of 2024 and accused him of being a liar, manipulator, narcissist, and misogynist. And they were dating because he misled her into thinking he was divorced. He always talked shit on women, including wives of friends. He also decided to lawyer up to ensure Brandy wouldn't go public with their relationship. He cheated on her while they were dating, which would mean he had a wife and multiple girlfriends. And she even stated that other women warned Brandy about Nick. So after she found out that he was a loser, scumbag piece of shit, she ended up apologizing to all the women that warned her about him. And then on top of that, he also apologized to Nick's wife for not knowing that they weren't divorced. And as proof of their relationship, she decided to screenshot her gallery. And here you can see there's a bunch of photos of them being together. We then get another statement, and this is by a woman named Bruna. Again, you can go ahead and pause, but I'll give you the summary of it. Again, her name is Bruna, and Bruna is basically claiming pretty much the same thing as Brady, but just sharing her experience with Nick, and is basically strengthening the case of him being a manipulator, gaslighter, hiding their relationship. But her story is interesting because she lives in the UK, and he would actually fly out to see her. And once she finds out that he's still with his wife, she actually spoke to her on the phone and told her everything, while Nick was in the background just calling her a liar about their relationship, even though Bruna sent an insane amount of evidence. Now, going back to Ronnie's allegations of him being a PDF file, there's no public allegations that I can find, or like articles or anything really. So what I'm assuming happened was information was shared with Ronnie behind closed doors, and he decided to go ahead and share it, which I do encourage to share. All right, if you have any information of someone as a PDF file, you should go ahead and put them on blast. I've said this in a crossfaith video, I'll say it here. If anyone in my circle is a PDF file, I would love to know, to keep them away from my family, my niece, my nephews, my brothers, my sister. However, is the information that Ronnie shared with us true? I have no idea. Because the problem is Ronnie's just saying some shit without anything to back up this claim. There's no stories, no one is coming out with accusations, there's absolutely nothing to go off of other than his word. Is Nick allegedly a scumbag? Yes, absolutely. He is, again, allegedly a piece of shit. But at the end of the day, being a PDF file is way worse than being a gaslighter, manipulator, cheater, liar. People don't go around saying to kill your local cheater, manipulator, liar, gaslighter, right? They say kill your local PDF file. While both are terrible things, one of these things can get you imprisoned and or killed. So if Ronnie's going to come out with these insane accusations, he does need to provide something for us in order to believe that there's potentially something dark going on here. It's tough to take what he says at face value because he's Ronnie, right? He's the guy that causes Twitter messes, the toxic dickhead of the scene, the guy that to this day says racist shit on Twitter. Don't believe me? Here's evidence of that. This is a recent screenshot. How's that lawsuit tasting there, Ronnie? Then Ronnie replies, not an Indian talking shit. And then he disguises like crazy comments like this of yeah, I'm just clapping back because this guy's talking shit. Like, brother, you're not clapping back. You are genuinely being racist. While yes, he gave us the crossfaith story and everything was accurate. He may be building his Chris Hansen resume, but the difference is he actually had something to go off of with that story. While here, he's literally not giving us a damn thing. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying that allegedly Nick isn't a PDF file, because it's not out of the realm of possibility. But we can't just say that he is one either, right? Because with that logic, we can go around saying anyone is a PDF file who we don't like, so we can try to ruin their career just because we don't like them. Something could have slipped through the cracks. Okay, maybe I missed a story or an allegation, and if that's the case, let me know in the comments so I can update this story, because if there is something out there and I didn't share it here, I'm gonna feel like a scumbag piece of shit. So again, if you found something that I didn't, please tell me in the comments. And while you're down there, just give me your thoughts on the entire thing. Do you believe Ronnie? Do you think he's just talking out of his foreskin? What's your thoughts? like, sub, and click right here because yesterday we spoke about Chris Franzak of Attila beefing with Mr. Beast.